Howdy all, Big Country here with Big Country Survival, and this is a tobacco-free tobacco talk. But we do have our blue ribbon here, little Pabst blue ribbon. We're gonna sit because halfway through this week, the way it's been going, I think we could all use a beer. um, but anywho, this corona thing is getting so blown out of proportion. Truthfully, it is so far blown out of proportion. West Virginia got its first case. We were the last ones, but it got its first confirmed case on Monday, I believe. I believe it was Monday or, yeah, I'm pretty sure Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember. But anyway, this week we got our first confirmed case. But I personally think, and this is from folks around us, I personally believe West Virginia got it first. I really do. I think we got it first. I think we got it around November. I think it went through us in November, and we all just mistook it for the crud, or some bad strain of flu, because they weren't testing for coronavirus back in November, and a lot of people, the big sickness with a lot of the same symptoms, went through West Virginia at around that time. And so I really do think there's a good chance of that. Well, whether exactly sure or not, and we'll probably never know. But it is what it is. I'm not worrying about the virus. Again, people behaving badly is what I'm concerned with. My parents took my great aunt and uncle into town today to go to the store. They were at a Kroger, and so my dad calls me, and he was talking about how he said, I'm gonna go pick up some more ammunition. Like, he asked me if I was going to the store, with the farm store where they sold, ammunition stuff, in the next day or two, and I said no, I wasn't necessarily planning on it. I don't know when I'll make it down there next, maybe this weekend sometime. He said, I'm thinking I'm going to stop tomorrow and pick up some bullets and some black powder. Or not black powder, but some smokeless powder. Pick up a couple of kegs of powder for the reloading bench. And so he said, son, with the way things are looking, if it keeps up at this, it's going to get bad. And I said, I know. I know it's going to get bad. I can't unlearn these things. I can't unlearn this. I can't unsee this. I've been switched on. I've been switched on for a while here, and everybody else is just catching up right now. In this area, that in my little circle, although my parents, they're way better off than your average bear. We were preppers growing up, and we didn't realize what prepping was. It was just life for us. And, the way that it always was, he always tried to do it, the old way, as Dad refers to it. When you can, you work stuff up. You always want to keep your cellar um, with at least 2 years worth of goods. Um, you want 2 years worth of food in your cellar at all times, because you might have a bad year. You might have a bad garden this year. So you need another year's worth to get you through to the next season. Well, that's prepping. That's basic prepping right there. But so we were talking about that, and he's he's not. We're neither one of us are overly worried. Um, I really think this is a test, and they wanted to see, the powers to be wanted to see how much of a loop they could throw the whole world through, and by spreading fear. Oh, excuse me. And by golly, did they. And one of these days I'm gonna have to get Dad on here, and shoot, I'll have to get set up for a live stream to do that, because we'll be talking for hours. Uh, we'll be a couple hours of this sucker. But we one of the things he said, and I have to say I agree. The big thing is people panicked. There's not a shortage in supply. That one of the local meat markets, he's an actual local meat market, individual ran mom and pop shop, he's put out, he's like, we have plenty of meat, we're getting plenty of meat in, but the grocery stores are out. He said, our shipments are continuing to come in. We got plenty. And so obviously there's still supply. There's still supply coming in. But people are panic buying. And what basically we think happened, you've got a whole lot of people, and this is why it's hitting everybody in America so hard. So we are a service-based economy right now. We don't make stuff. That's one thing. Why in the world is our acetaminophen all being made in China? So that partially affects it. But people go out to eat. And why I think it, and we, when we think it got so bad around here, and really, I haven't heard of anybody getting killed yet, so, and I don't look to see anybody get killed unless it gets really bad. If they're shooting, excuse me, if they're shooting around here, then things have really gone bad. I'd say the big cities, it's going to get that bad. People are going to kill each other, I'd say, over this junk. I'd say it could very easily get that bad there, but I don't think it's going to be that bad here. I live out. Even the grocery stores that are in town, even the town, is still really, out. Everybody knows somebody. They know somebody who's got a farm. Most people know somebody who's got a farm that they can go chill at for, a month or two, or a couple of weeks, whatever, however long this crap goes on. But But I look for it to get a little violent in the big cities, and it already has. But but you've got a bunch of people that eat out all the time. I know them. I know people like this. They eat out every meal. Um, maybe they might have breakfast at the house, but they go out to eat for lunch and they pick up dinner on the way home. I know a lot of people like that. And now all of a sudden they're afraid to go out to eat. And in some cases, like in West Virginia, oh, excuse me, you can't go to a sit down restaurant. Like you it's pick up or drive through only. Um, and so you get that. And also you talk about people being quarantined in their house for 2 weeks. And so you've got these people that are used to going out to eat all the time and aren't used to buying food and storing food. They don't have food in the house. And so they're like, oh crap, we've got to get food. So they rush to the grocery store and they buy food. And they can't just get, like 2 to top off their supply because they don't have one. Because the only thing in their pantry is, maybe some flour and a can of baked beans that's been expired for 3 years. Maybe some sugar. Because they don't have food in the house. So they go and they buy 7, 10 cans. And everybody else is like that, goes and does the same. And then you got people that are panic buying and they're like, they just buy. And then you have these jackwads that go and buy stuff and create the shortage and try to sell stuff at a marked up cost. That ain't right. And so that's what I'm thinking is causing the shortage on our shelves. It's not that we're out of stuff. It's that everyone went and panic bought everything, and they keep doing it. Though a lot of the stores in this area are putting limits on a lot of things that are getting bought out real quick, that people are going in and buying like 20 of them. They're putting limits on how much they can sell to you. They did the same thing with 22 ammo back when that whole freak out happened. And I think that a lot of that was the same stuff that's happening right now. I will say, I think it's a good thing. Some people are waking up. Some people are buying stupid stuff. But some people are waking up. And like the canned goods, I can't blame you. They're out of freaking cat litter. Like, they're out of cat litter in these stores. I don't... What, are you out of toilet paper? So you're starting to go and make your mess in the cat bin? You're starting to take a dump in the litter box or something? I don't know how that helps, but okay. Anyway, y'all. I hope at the very least this was entertaining. These are just kind of my thoughts on the whole virus as it stands right now. I think we're going to pull through this. I think right now, I'd buy some stock. If I had, if I had my prep squared away, where I was comfortable, and I had, if I was good to go on that, I think I might actually consider buying a little bit of stock. I mean, I wouldn't go too in depth, but you would stand the chance because I think the markets will come back up really. And I could be wrong, but I think they will. Give them a couple months and they'll be back up. And now I don't think I'd buy a whole gargantuan, ridiculous amount of stock, but I wouldn't be me anyway. But I might consider playing in the stock market a little bit. You know, somewhere like one of these cruise lines that the stock went way down, like one of the major ones, like the Royal Caribbean. Because they're people go back on cruises again. Their stock will go back up. Uh, Companies like that, you'd probably be safe. Um, Walmart, if their stock's down real low, because if it is, it'll be back up. If it doesn't, then we've all got bigger issues to worry about. Um, uh, but but I think I would consider that myself if I had everything else squared away comfortably. It's called diversification. You got to diversify. You know, I personally don't think I'm going to see 40. Not that I'm going to die at 40, but I don't think the world is going to be around here by the time I hit 40. I think the world's going to come to an end. And the world will fall away. I'm talking about what's in the book of Revelation, that kind of stuff, I think that's going to happen before I hit 40, maybe 50. That's my opinion. I don't have any divine authority saying, I'm just reading the signs, and that's just kind of what my opinion is. By that being said, I want to be 65, 70 years old, bouncing grandchildren on my knee on the front porch with a cup of coffee in my hand. So, what do? I prep for the worst and live my life as if the best is going to happen. I live my life not being so worried about what's going to happen that I forget to live a life that's worth having. That's my personal opinion in all of this. So, anyway, I hope this was encouraging. I hope this was entertaining and all of that other good stuff, because I know it probably isn't that informative. Alrighty, y'all. I'm signing out. God bless.